start this, you will need a copy of the Efficiency House packet. Please check with the teacher to make sure you have that. So this is going to be just a getting started. We're not going to go too deep into this. So hopefully this video won't be super long. We're going to go through some of the steps you need to follow to create the Efficiency House. On the startup window, under Models, you're going to click New, select Browse, select Residential Default, and hit Open. Then click OK. Once it's open, you want to go down into the project browser, bottom left hand corner, scroll down to where you see elevations, double click south. We're going to delete the three bottom. So just select them, hit the delete key, select OK. We're going to delete second floor, same thing, hit delete on the keyboard, hit OK. And then we're going to change the roof elevation to 9 feet. Once you've got that set up, we're going to go back to the first floor elevation. And the big thing to set up on this is the wall. You'll notice on the handout that the walls are exterior wall, wood shingle on wood stud, and it says 2x4. So I'm going to go to wall, and I'm going to pick from the walls the exterior wood shingle on wood. Right there, but you'll notice it does not say 2x4. So I'm going to select that, and once this is selected, I'm going to click Edit Type, and that's going to bring up the Type Properties window. I'm going to select Duplicate, and in the window, I'm going to go to the end and delete the 2, and then in front of stud, between wood and stud, I'm going to put 2x4. So now we have a wood shingle on wood 2x4 stud. So that gives us the name of it. Right here where it says Structure, I'm going to click Edit. That's going to bring up this window. I'm going to click Preview down here. This shows us what it looks like from the top, looking down. So we have, if we start with layer 1, we have our wood shake on the side. We have a membrane layer. Then we have a substrate that has plywood sheathing. 4 and 6 are non-existent layers. They just form what's called the core boundary. So we'll talk about that later. And then inside the core boundary, you have structure 1, softwood lumber, and you'll see that it's 5.5 inches. We're going to change this to 3.5 inches because a 2x4 is 3.5 inches wide. So that was the change we were hoping to make. And then you'll see layer 7 is a vapor retarder, and then layer 8 is the inside gypsum wall. We would call that sheetrock. So once you've done that, you would hit OK. You'll see that this shrinks down just a little bit. We would hit OK. And then now we're ready to go. We will change our height up to the roof. And then I'm going to just draw the structure. So it's approximately 2310. So I'm just going to get close. 24, that's good enough. By 15. And I'm going to draw the structure. And if we go to the 3D view, you'll see the outside looks just a little different. And that's because it has the siding on it. All right. So I'm going to go back to first floor. And I'm just going to set up my dimensions real quick to make sure that my structure is the right size. Remember, you can click on the walls to create the dimensions, or you can use the Align Dimension tool, whichever you feel the most comfortable with, whichever you think works the fastest. Make sure that your outside dimensions touch the outside of the wall. And then you want to fix the building so it's 2310 left to right. And it's 15 top to bottom. Okay? And then you want to draw your interior walls. Nothing unique about the interior walls, just that they're using the interior partition. So I'm going to go to Wall, Interior Partition, 4.5. And then I'm going to draw the basic structure, and then I'm going to dimension everything. So one of the problems with these is you'll notice once you kind of get in here, it stops pulling dimensions on the outside. So if you want to just have those on the outside, it's easier just to go ahead and use the Align Dimension tool. On the inside dimensions, please make sure you pay careful attention to where they hit. They don't always hit in the standard places. You may have to change them and make sure that they hit where hit, because the design is trying to accomplish a very specific thing by having the wall itself fit in a certain space. So you'll notice none of these actually go to the center of the wall. They're all doing the outside edge. So once you get those in, you would just fix them. And then that you go. So really the Efficiency House is just an easy, quick chance to practice some of the skills that you started with. So you're not going to be doing anything super duper new on this. The only thing really new is adding in the changing the wall types. Okay. Just one thing to note on the windows: if you want to do fixed with trim instead of double hung, that's fine because of the whole dimensioning issue. In AutoCAD and Revit 2020, it dimensions things just a little differently when it comes to double hung windows for some reason. So if you want to use the fixed with trim windows, that's perfectly fine. All right, good luck.